All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been hearing some rumors about the strength of this character. I've been doing a little bit of testing as well in preparation of this video, and I am happy to say that in this current version of the Tower of Adversity, which many could possibly view as a little bit pay to win based off of this whole spectral frazzle debuff we're seeing here, I am very happy to say that this free-to-play Spectral Rover, the character that every single person gets, might actually be a little bit powerful. And so with that, let me show you all what I am working with over here. I've got a Spectral Rover on the Spectral Frazzle set, 69.2% crit rate, 1924 attack, and 136 ER. Some pretty good stats. We're gonna see over here double crit, liberation ER, double crit, basic attack, ER, and attack, double crit, lib, and attack percentage, and then critical rate, critical damage, liberation, and basic attack, as well as heavy attack, crit, double crit, resonance liberation, and a resonance skill damage bonus. A lot of pretty decent investment, some pretty good pieces over here. When it comes to his skill tree, it's going to be 8-3-9-9. Spectral Rover actually never uses this that often, so it doesn't really matter. And do keep in mind, with that 69% crit rate, I am going to overcap because I'm going to be adding 15% to it, and I'm also going to be adding the 20% from this set. So I'm going to be at about 105% crit rate, and so every single hit is going to crit here. I wish I had Chang Li's signature. I'm going to be using Emerald of Genesis instead. So a bit of an L from this perspective. The build can simply be optimized more. I can have some different subs, potentially some more damage bonuses. I could have Chang Li's signature, or I could just straight up have maybe even a different set on. But with that, let's go ahead, let's test it out, and let's see how good old Spectral Rover works. There we go. That's what that attack is supposed to look like. And we're just going to start stacking up that Spectral Frazzle, right? Trying to get that follow-up attack as soon as whenever we can. Get that parry in. We're going to be using our dodge counter a lot against this guy. He's a little bit of a menace. And the main thing is, we just want to focus on, well, using our dodge counters, and then not using our resonance skill unless we're confident we can land the attack, and then just summoning the good old Echo to help us out whenever possible.
Strike from the shadows.
That was a little bit risky. I thought I missed the parry there, but it was worth it.
Hopefully this helps.
One thing to note about Spectral Rover is that they kind of appear to have a really low hitbox on their resonance skill. It's very easy to miss some hits of it, so do keep that in mind.
Hopefully this helps.
And there's a bit of visual clutter in this fight, if I'm being honest. A good bit of visual clutter.
I sense your weakness.
From that Echo skill coming in. But overall, the clear is looking pretty comfy.
No hesitation.
I tanked a hit there just so I could get that resonance skill follow-up attack.
Hopefully this helps.
But yeah, this is looking pretty comfortable.
Moment of resonance. Strike from the shadows.
So yeah, that's gonna be a 3-star clear. Literally just using a free-to-play Rover as all of their sequence nodes and an S1 weapon. That was an R1 Emerald of Genesis. Literally as free-to-play as it can possibly get, right? It just has good Echo investment, but anybody can get that. And so maybe we'll try it again on this side. I'm a little bit skeptical. I might need Chang Li's signature for this side. We'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. Do recall Spectral Rover is gaining a huge buff from this floor, right? A huge buff of around potentially 100% bonus damage or 50%. Keep in mind, it's a lot.
Hopefully this helps. The end
It is a lot. So we're kind of melting this pretty fast. This might be melting it faster than some of the teams you guys regularly play. Gonna be honest.
Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us.
The goal is to just make sure that you're hitting both of these guys at the same time, and you will basically melt them.
Strike from the shadows.
Okay, that's a little weird. The grouping is... That guy's just playing a violin for some fucking reason. That's slightly annoying. I'm kind of saving my liberation so I can save the Spectro-Frazzle stacks for the next guy.
The end has come. No hesitation.
We might need a reset because a little bit unlucky with that AI. They kind of got ungrouped and we lost a little bit of time on the clear.
Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance.
I maybe should have gotten the follow-up. The problem here is that, well...
Strike from hopefully this helps. No hesitation.
We might not be dealing enough damage in this time frame.
The end has come.
We might need to do a better job at the start. And obviously, right, the Heron does have an issue with its hitbox occasionally. And that'll really eat into your energy regeneration.
I sense your weak. Hopefully this helps.
Yeah, we're going to be a little bit short on this one. This one might take a little bit of work. We might need to get a little bit better grouping at the start. And the Heron is a bit of a staller.
No hesitation.
We might need a two-man this. Maybe with the support. If this was a single boss, maybe it would have been a little bit easier. But currently, it's a little bit rough with how the Heron works. That's our first try. We got 2 stars. Let's give it one more solo. Let's give it one more try solo.
Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance.
And Spectro Rover feels okay, even if you're getting hit a little bit across your clears, for one reason. They heal themselves. Spectro Rover literally heals themselves.
Leave it to me. Hopefully this helps.
So I'm going to try to group these guys a lot better this time. I'm going to try to break them right here at the same time. And if I do, okay, all right, that's looking a lot better. That's looking a lot better, ladies and gentlemen. We might actually have a chance here. We might actually have it right here, ladies and gentlemen.
No hesitation.
Those dodge counters are doing a decent amount of damage. And maybe if I 10 out of 10 my Rover, right, get their basic attack up, I'll get a much better clear. We got to factor that in as well.
No hesitation.
Do keep in mind that Rover's dodge counters do a significant amount of damage. So it can be worth running into attacks to activate them.
Strike from the shadows.
This is going to be close.
Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness.
This is going to be really close.
Last chance. The hour is upon
I don't think we get it. The boss kind of stalled me a lot here.
I sense your weakness.
It didn't do any of its parryable attacks either. It did not do any of its parryable attacks either, so we weren't able to get its bar down. Low key, we got a worse time than last time. And that's what happens against the Impermanence Heron sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. I would say that even with all of the extra stat investment, the Heron is just so annoying, even with better grouping, that the RNG you're gonna have to do to get it clear, I don't know if it's really worth it. Go Yangyang. Everybody is guaranteed to have a Yangyang, and we'll just put her on a Moonlit Clouds for fun. It doesn't matter what the set. Honestly, I'll put on a random +0 piece on her. It doesn't matter what she's on, and we'll just throw in an overture to spice it up a little bit. She basically doesn't really have gear. I'm not trying to use her for damage.
The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. Moment of resonance. Hopefully this helps.
Let me be your blade. Storm,
All right,
hear
nice.
that command. Synchronization.
Swift and resolute.
Little bit worse on the AoE side. We might be suffering here because the grouping is a little bit rough. But thankfully, we're going to be doing a lot better against the boss.
Let me be your blade. Serenade. Tempest. Shape the shapeless. Synchronization.
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us. No hesitate. Hopefully
Let
this
me
helps.
be your blade. Storm, hear my command. Don't worry.
Swift and resolute. Strike his shadows. The end.
Getting some buffs on.
No hesitation.
Who knows? This might actually be worse with Yangyang.
I sense your hopefully this helps.
I think this is actually worse with Yangyang because we have to spend a little bit of field time on her.
Blade. Let the winds roar.
Swift
Synchronization.
and resolute. Moment of resonance. No hesitation. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness.
Yeah, it looks like Yangyang is slightly better. Maybe if we get like a better start, but it doesn't look like it's doing as good. So let's go ahead. Let's give it a final try on Verina.
Break.
Luminous energy. The fruit of
Swift and resolute. Strike. The end has come. Hopefully this helps.
Yep, and Verina's just simply doing a lot better.
I sense your weakness.
That damage amp is definitely a lot more useful for sure.
Strike from the shadows.
bloom. Listen, bask in the sunlight. The fruit of evolution.
Swift and resolute. I sense your weakness.
Oh, yep, that time is a lot better.
No hesitation. Hopefully the end has come.
And if you want even better performance, I think you could just put Verina on Moonlit Clouds. It might actually be better.
Leave it to me. Life is an
That might actually be better.
the fruit of
Swift and
evolution.
resolute. I sense your weakness.
All right, Heron's doing some stalling, unfortunately.
Upon us.
Let's see what we can do.
Strike through the shadows.
Bloom.
Get the break off as well.
Fruit of evolution.
No hesitation. Hopefully this helps.
Luminous energy.
Swift and resolute. Moment of resonance.
And yeah, this is a way more comfortable clear with Verina. Insanely comfortable clear with Verina. So with that, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, right? Maybe that clear solo is possible if I have maybe something like Chain Lee's signature or higher investment on my Rover overall. But I think this level of performance on a pure free-to-play build, as well as the additional potential to invest more, I think that speaks a lot about a character that every single person starts with at the beginning of the game. And so this buff is obviously having a huge bonus. We see that the enemy Spectral resistance is reduced, and we are getting a massive 50% additional damage buff if you're able to build up 10 Spectro Frazzle stacks, and Rover's able to build up those stacks. Well, he's the only character that can build up those stacks outside of this effect on the roster. But if you are somebody that did invest in this character, or you are somebody that simply wants to interact with Spectro Frazzle as a whole, you can see that there's a lot of potential for this character. And I'm pretty sure you can get similar results using like a Baija, or obviously like a Shorekeeper as well, in this sort of team comp. So with that, let me know what you thought about this overall experience. I thought that this was surprisingly strong, but something that you might have expected as well, knowing how this buff works. So with that, let me know what you all think. Peace out.